What is good, everybody? Welcome back to Half Size Up Podcast, episode 4. As you know, we are a weekly podcast for sneaker news, UK releases, global sneaker trends, and all things in between. This week has been nuts for releases. We've seen a Clot Air Jordan 14, a Simpsons Krusty the Clown ZX 10,000, and an Air Jordan 6 called the Carmines or Carmines, depending where you come from. Not to mention, a ton of collectors take a L on a pair of Dunk Highs. Boys, what have you been up to? Dean, I know you celebrated a milestone birthday today. Tell us about that.
Well, yeah. Now turned 30 on.
Old as heck.
Yeah, boy, on Valentine's Day. So yeah, it was definitely a more relaxed birthday this year with us being locked up. But it was nice. Got to see obviously you guys arranged a little Zoom chat, which was great. But yeah, it was definitely a quiet one. Couldn't really do a lot, but I still got a cake, so I'm happy.
Dope. Ash, what'd you get up to this week?
Yeah, it was a nice chilled one. Valentine's Day would normally be a little bit more special, go out and do something, but it was a chilled one at home with the fam. Probably the highlight was Dean's little Zoom chat that we had with him. With Mo, killed it with the little games and stuff we played. So that was probably the highlight. What about you, Mo?
For me, it's been quite a busy week, actually. I don't know if you know already, but I jumped on the Canada Got Soul podcast, which was quite a big one for me. Shout out to the Canada Got Soul boys. But yeah, that was quite monumentous for me to jump on a Canadian podcast. So hopefully the rest of us, can keep making moves and making connections like this, going forward. Up next, we have Sneaker News of the Week, where we discuss the biggest news this week within the sneaker world. And this week this is a mad one, boys. Lidl, Cross, Nike. Basically, obviously, Lidl is a German supermarket. They just sell loads of European groceries and whatnot. However, they always have something like the middle aisle. They call it like the middle aisle, where it's loads of random things like power tools or bathroom sets or sometimes like outdoor wear. At this place, they've managed to secure like a deal with Nike to sell stuff like basics, tracksuits, loungewear. I don't know if you remember, but we can take it back to about June 2020, where they had these like replica Lidl Harachis for like £10, like €12. And he also came out with slides too that had the signature blue and yellow sort of logo color theme that they have. But yeah, I think this is like quite big for Nike and Lidl. Ash, I'm going to throw this one out to you. What do you think about this?
Crazy concept, but the good thing about Lidl is their logo colors. It can actually work for like shoes and products and stuff. So I'm not surprised at it, I guess. But it's just super random.
It's so weird, isn't it?
So random, yeah. Of all companies to do a deal with Nike, I don't know. But Nike is thinking outside the box as usual. So fair play to them.
Yeah, it's strange, man. It's really like I don't know what to make of it. So they're gonna sell like Nike product. Is that right?
Basically, it's going to be like tracksuits, and I imagine it's going to be like the old grey tracksuit with the white swoosh, or like navy blue tracksuits.
You know what? If they can get like product out to more people in an affordable way, I guess that's good, right? It can't be that bad a thing. So yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what to make of it, but yeah, I'm looking forward to see how it kind of rolls out, see how it goes.
I think it's just like it's so weird how all of a sudden they're coming out with apparel, for Nike.
Is it literally having little branding on it or not?
No little brand. They're just gonna sell it in their quote unquote middle aisle, basically. So
Okay.
I don't know. I can just imagine like I don't know, people queuing up at outside Lidl's.
Let's not go there.
I mean,
and looking for a tracksuit.
I wouldn't put it past anyone at this point. Like, it would not surprise me whatsoever.
£10 profit, they'll be there, bro.
Do you know what? Yeah, these like I don't know if you've ever seen it, but last year where they had these knockoff Huarache Lidl pairs of sneakers, people actually like buying them, and they were selling out People were trying to resell them on like Facebook groups and stuff like that. They had matching socks as well.
Yeah, I've seen the images of that.
I just thought to myself, this has got to be the most weirdest deal between like two brands, you know. But I mean, you know what Nike are like, you know, if they, however they can maximize their profits, they will, I suppose, right?
Yeah, I remember when I heard that. I think it was Nike was selling loads of stuff on Amazon. I didn't even know Amazon was really a place for clothing and that, but they were killing it with selling stuff on there. So
Amazon,
selling it in the supermarket is not surprising either.
yeah, I mean, Amazon will sell literally everything. There's nothing on there. You can find the craziest shit on Amazon at this point.
For sure.
You know, I saw it. Like, you know what though? I, I don't know. I think I'm looking forward to seeing how this is like distributed and how it's kind of received. You know, if people who shop at Lidl like are able to buy, you know, maybe tracksuits, or their kids are able to buy tracksuits, it could be something good, right? Yeah, just got to see how it goes. If it goes to if the right people get it right. I mean, I'm sure there'll be some people looking to flip it for £12.
If it's a decent little tracksuit, it's gonna go to the people that don't need it. Trust me.
Imagine like what I can think of is like, imagine everyone in your area is wearing this grey track, and like, I don't know, because you know the people like where Nike is, the headquarters is in Oregon, and they've got like
Yeah.
a ton of like outlets out in
Mm.
Oregon, and everyone in
Must be, innit? Yeah, everyone rocking the same stuff.
yeah, everyone's wearing Nike, you know.
Yeah, it
I
makes
don't
sense.
know. It must be a thing, but cool. Let's move on, lads. We are moving on to HSU question time. In this part of the podcast, we give the listener a chance to ask about absolutely anything that's going on within the sneaker realm. And this week on Half Size Up question time comes from quite a few people. We had so many questions, so we're answering multiple again this week. And our first one is from T Raw 2015. And his question is, has the surge in demand for certain shoes seen looser quality control measures by the big brands? Ash, let's go to you first.
Things you say big brands, but I would just say Nike is the main culprit because, to be fair, I haven't actually bought that many Adidas in a while. But I know Nike, you just never know what they're going to go with. When it comes to like even Jordan brand for Jordan 1s, you never know if they're going to go for the good leather on this pair, the bad leather. It's just like pick and choose whenever they feel like it, what they're going to go for. Don't think it's anything to do with demand. It's just to do with the company being, I don't know, lazy or cheap or something. Because there's no rhyme or reason as to why one is like this and one is like a bad pair, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you even see it from pair to pair within the release. Like you get
Literally,
one Jordan 1's got some tumbled leather, and then the other one's stiff as a board. So you know what? I don't think the surge in demand is actually. I think it hasn't. I don't think it's helped, but I don't think the surge in demand is actually causing it. I just think Nike don't give a shit, and
it's going to sell, isn't it? So who cares?
yeah, they don't care because it's going to sell either way. They've got so many releases on the go every single week, and I bought those. You know, the Varsity Maze Dunks.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one I got, the threading was like not even threaded through properly. Like the shoe's defective. Like,
Oh, God.
yeah, it's that bad, and it's happened so many times where you get a shoe from Nike and it's just there's something that's just unforgivable. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
my Michigans were, one of them was destroyed because I got two different sizes because I wasn't sure which one I needed.
Yeah.
Luckily, it was for retail. But I'd finally decided on, this one fits better. And I looked at the left shoe and it was just like crushed in half, basically. And I was like, for fuck's sake, man. I've ruined it.
Oh,
It's
man.
just really bad from Nike always.
Always,
Do you
yeah.
know what? That one thing that I that Dean made apparent to me today, even with the 85s, the neutral greys, the sticker that we found, the sticker's like the exact same
Seriously.
from the reverse bred 85. Like,
Yeah.
are they really doing that? Like, that's like okay. I don't know if I'm nitpicking or whatnot, but
No, you can't just chuck that in there.
that's, I mean, from Dean's mouth, that is lazy. That is very lazy
Yeah,
from
I
Nike,
mean, if
man.
there's like, it would be good to know. Like, it looks the way it is, it looks at the moment like it's just the same sticker that's just been left lazily, right? But is there a reason they've used that? Is there a reason behind it? It'd be good if they communicated that sort of stuff in the
Yeah, if there's
details.
some reason that makes sense, that's fine. But nothing has been said about it.
Exactly. Like that's why when I was talking to you guys about it earlier, it was really annoying. It's like, why does it say that? Because like obviously most people don't care about this stuff, but a lot of us do. So we want to understand, and obviously some of the OGs might know. Some of the guys like that are really clued into this stuff might be able to kind of shed some light on it. But I think just in general that release is it's weird. The accessories with it, like, or the lack of accessories, like, it's a strange release. I feel like it feels a little bit rushed, so it's hard to know what
But it's
what.
pandemic here. What's the rush, man? Just get it out
Yeah.
whenever you get it. Who was like saying we need it today or we're gonna not buy it?
Yeah,
Take your time.
you know what?
Don't know if they've got targets or something, but yeah,
Yeah, but
we've
that's not
got.
what's gonna make them money, is it? That stuff just sells anyways. It's the GR stuff that makes them their money.
Yeah, man. I don't know. That's been a shady thing. Like they had 23K numbered in the sneakers description. That's removed after the release, right? And it's obviously there are more than 23K pairs. So
100%.
it's just just that lack of kind of communication and transparency from Nike there is just a little bit annoying. But what can you do? The shoe's still fire, so.
Definitely. Right, guys, the next question comes from Chunky Awesome. Would you rather have access to backdoors all the time or see an end to them completely? And I thought that was a really good question from him. Ash, let's go to you.
That is toughy, man. Because you can look at it the selfish way and say, yeah, I get whatever I want all the time. But backdoor, I don't know. If I'm honest, I'd probably take it all for myself. Why not? Nah, I don't know.
I know it's quite he threw out a hard question there, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
I don't know.
I don't want to, it's so difficult, that one, isn't it?
Why is that tricky?
That's tough because you don't know because like you don't want to be selfish, but at the same time that would sort out your problems for the rest of
no worries. Imagine.
No worries, like for the rest of your collecting days, So I've got to be honest. I think I'll take the back doors.
Yeah, my screen time on my phone would come down like drastically.
No more, no more like jumping through hoops to secure. Just have it on tap
there. At the skate stores.
Yeah, man. Handstands and go to bed. Without having to do some ridiculous stuff to get a fucking pair of shoes. Yeah, I think I'll go with that just for the peace of mind.
The thing is, it doesn't actually affect your friends when you think about it. It's just another person that's getting it. You know what I'm saying? You're getting blessed. It's not
because if you ended backdoors, then you're helping them, aren't you? You're helping everyone. It's like the greater good.
Yeah, that's true.
No, what actually, when I say it like that, I don't know.
That's true. Actually, it does help everyone.
Damn, that's a good question.
That is a very good question.
Good question.
It's like in the middle. It's too grey. I don't know. I think I'll try and just cheat and just be like, I don't know, half of the year I'll take some backdoors, and then the next half of the year I'll just say, you guys shouldn't do it anymore or something.
This is bad.
Or something like that. I don't know. And then the next year, 6 months again. Next one is from Nate J. Rollins, a homie over in Australia.
Down under.
Shout out to you, bro. What do you guys see the brands? What do you guys want to see the brands do better by and for the community this year? Dean, let's go to you.
I think they need to do a little bit more just to find ways to release these shoes to get them to people that actually want them, either if they want to wear them or they collect them. I think especially like, I don't know about you guys, but for example, New Balance, I find those collabs so hard to even get close on a rap.
Some of the hardest ones to
get. They're like, I think like they could definitely do more. I think they could find ways to kind of.
Do you think that's because it's the whole made in USA and there's probably not as many?
I think I don't know. I think they've got a big audience across Europe. They always have. So I think there's always a market for them to do it, and I think they're just an example I'm using. I just
Yeah.
like every time they have a release, it's always like very specific and difficult to kind of get a grip on, and that can be frustrating. I think even Nike, I mean, even that like the neutral gray release, like why was that a first come first serve? And then they dropped. What did they
Man,
drop?
of all releases, what?
Yeah, and then what did they drop the next day? That was a draw.
It was something dumb. What was it? Was
Something
it them pink SBs?
was it?
Yeah, those pink SBs was on a 15-minute draw.
Yeah, must have been that. And it's just like stuff like that. It's like why
It
it's
was the
hard.
same day, actually. It was the same day, I think, released them.
I don't even know. I couldn't believe it though
Yeah,
when
that was
I
dumb.
saw it's like a first come first serve, and it was like I just think all the brands can do better. Adidas, I don't. I mean, it's so long since they've had something that has got anyone excited, really. But especially with Nike and New Balance, I think they could find better ways of releasing the product, because the sneaker community, the sneaker market right now is so much bigger than it used to be. Those old methods are not working anymore, and I think they need to find. It's difficult. I'm not going to pretend it's easy. I mean, how do you stop bots? How do you stop, you know, people entering hundreds of times on a raffle? But I don't know. I think there's definitely ways that they can explore, especially New Balance, man. I mean, it's hard to even get a sniff on any of them hype pairs over
Well, you
there.
got to look what Mo had to go through. That was actually a good one for once,
Yeah,
where it
yeah,
wasn't
Yeah,
just like easy for
that was
anyone to just
very,
bang in.
that was very fair, and like I doubt bots would be able to
yeah.
penetrate through that. You know.
Yeah, you gotta get a bit creative. A bit of ingenuity goes a long way, and I think we just need to see a little bit more of that from the brands in diversifying how they get these shoes out to people.
Ash, what are you saying?
Yeah, same thing. My main gripe is just the bot thing, like Dean was saying, really. But it's unfortunate they just don't really care. Like a couple people try and do like a capture here and there or whatnot, but even when Nike does their draws, when it's a 15-minute draw, as you saw that picture of the person who had like 30 phones, you can just go enter, 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 enter. Then if it's you as a single person with just one phone, you're up against that every time. So the odds of winning are just absolutely insane. The fact I've even won on sneakers is surprising to me every time it happens. Like I never expected. But the same goes for End, SNS, whatever. Those raffles are up for like 15 days ahead of time. God knows how many people are entering for those. So I don't know. But it's not going to change because it's easy for the company to do. And while they make it harder for themselves by adding all these extra bits where they might not sell product, they just want to get rid of the product at the end of the day.
I hear that, man. Definitely. For me, the brands need to do better for the females. They need to get these sizes out. They need to stop using like the minimal materials.
It's
Uh,
outrageous.
exactly.
Yeah.
Let's just make it fair, and let's get the universal sizing out,
When
man.
you get to a certain size, it's
it-
like a joke
it-
material compared to what we get.
I was
or like
honestly shocked when they dropped that neutral gray, and it went from 6 up. I mean, like they don't include the ladies on a lot of shoes, right? And then they drop this pair, this like historic shoe, a lot of people waiting for, and then they don't make it like inclusive to everyone. And it's like we spoke about this at length. It's a massive problem. I think all shoes should have universal sizing, 3 to 14 or whatever you want to have, and
yeah.
it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You guys, we see every day how much of the market and the community that the females make up. It's not
Mate, the
like
numbers are there. It's very obvious how many
it's
people are into
very,
stuff.
very, very, very obvious. You got to look at, like we spoke about, accounts like Sally Sneakers, like 250,000 followers on Instagram. Like that is crazy, right? She's one of the most powerful influences in the sneaker culture at the moment, and most of her audience is female, right? And I think it's not great that Nike will work with these females but won't include them into the product a lot of the times.
Do you know what? It will just eliminate resellers buying specified
Yeah,
sizing.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's
Because
become
that's
such a big thing lately, isn't it? Everyone's getting them small sizes because they go for these.
exactly.
I mean,
And that's
always.
another thing, like for females, yeah, okay, fair enough, they can't even get their size, and then when the size is available, it's being sold at like 2, 3, 4 times
Exactly,
retail, and that's just not on. And brands need to do better for the community in this way.
You know what? like you see every time there's a hype Jordan release, the UK 6 is always off the charts in price. Like it's always so expensive because there's barely any of them. There's barely any of them, and like all the resellers will go and pick them up and drop them on StockX, and it isn't fair. It isn't fair. I can imagine like having the passion we do for shoes and being excluded so often must be so frustrating to them. So
But look at shops though, like these kids, when there's like a Yeezy release, whatever, they're going from one shop to the other shop to the other shop,
yeah,
blatantly with a bag in their hand, picking up sizes that aren't their
yeah,
size,
yeah.
and shops are just allowing it. It's a joke.
It is bullshit. It's ridiculous. I remember even at places like fucking Foot Asylum, where one guy went in and he bought. Do you remember those utility Air Force Ones that were selling?
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he went and bought 50 of them. He took
What?
he took all of their stock, and they let him. They let him do it. That's like that should not be allowed. That
That's
should not be allowed.
outrageous.
Yeah, and
I went into a retail store and they had the Court Purple lows in there, and I was just looking around. I had some Jordans on. One of the sales advisors comes up to me like, "If you want to buy a pair, I've got them in the back, but you have to buy two." And I was like, "What do you mean buy two?" They're like, you have to buy two, as if to say like, because I know you're going to keep one and try and sell the other one.
What?
Like, what the hell is this? Like, I mean,
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
man.
this ain't
Crazy.
on. Anyway, let's move on. It's Mike and Kicks. This is a quick one, lads. Put in your order: Nike, Adidas, New Balance, Saucony, Asics, Reebok, Puma, Diadora.
Let me go
Let's-
first.
Yeah, go.
Currently, it would be Nike, well, Nike/Jordan, then Asics, then Saucony, New Balance, Adidas. No, Diadora before Adidas, Puma, Reebok, or maybe Reebok, Puma. Yeah, I think Puma's last. Reebok, Puma. Yeah.
Fair. D, what are you saying?
That's tough. Okay, so Nike, New Balance for the first two. I'll probably put Asics there. Reebok, probably. I'm not into the last three brands, but if I had to order them from the way I look at the shoes, Saucony,
Yeah.
Diadora, then Puma last. I don't really like any Puma shoe at the moment.
Yeah, they're a bit funky.
Yeah, I don't like
Fair,
any of them.
fair. For me, I'd go Nike, New Balance, Saucony, Adidas, Asics, Reebok, Puma, Diadora. Just because I don't
Shit,
know.
I just
To be fair, I wouldn't even consider like the last four. That's really bad to say.
I left Adidas off totally. My bad.
Anyway,
Oh my god.
on to the next one. Not Fits, Just Kicks. House is on fire. Everyone does get out. You can grab 5 pairs. What 5 pairs are they? Let's do that quick fire. Ash, let's go to you.
Oh my god. Asics Homage Pack.
Damn.
Shattered Backboard 2.0s.
Yay.
Damn, this is really hard.
Yeah, it's like choosing
I'm
your
thinking
kid,
of what's expensive that I don't want to pay again for.
saving your children.
Oh my god. Oh, my New Balance 530 Ronnie Fikes.
Damn.
Damn, this is really hard. Black cement freeze, why not?
Yep.
I'll kick
100.
down the door if I have to in those. And last pair, Sugar. This is mad hard. I should have really thought about this before.
Yeah, definitely.
What is the? Oh yeah, my Unions. Damn, what am I thinking? Yeah, Unions. I totally forgot about that. Travis Scott said there's burning in the corner. Damn it.
That's gone.
For me, okay, yeah. So Chicago. Oh, do you know what? It's hard because like some of them you're attached to, but they're not worth much. So
That's
like,
the thing, isn't it?
yeah. So I'm thinking now I've got that dead stock Travis Scott, and I'm like, I've not even worn that. I don't care about it, but I wouldn't want that to go up and smoke.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna look at this from not monetary. Just look at it
Yeah.
from like
Yeah.
both the Unions, the Chicago one,
Yeah.
my metallic black Jordan 5, 2016 pair because I like the icy bottom best on that one.
Fire.
Oh, this is tough. My 2012 Air Max 180s.
That's a deep
That's
shoe.
5. That's 5, isn't it?
Is that 5? I hope that's 5 because I can't think of.
Yeah, I think that's 5.
Yeah, oh, cool. Go on, Mo.
That's a good shout, to be honest, dude. Yours a good selection. I'm straight off the bat. I'm going Chicago 2015s. I'm going Sean Weatherspoons because I'm a hype
Oh
beast.
yeah, I forgot about that.
I'm saying my Pippin ones because they're my ultimate grail. They are coming with me. I'm gonna say, because I'm a hype beast again, I'm gonna say my Jerry Lorenzo signed Air 4 grades, and I'm gonna go with black cement threes
Bang.
because, and I don't know, just as a bonus, what shoes are you running out of the house with?
On my feet.
Yeah,
Something I can get on quickly, man.
Oh man,
Definitely not a high top.
I might have to crawl out with a pair on each hand and each foot.
Yeah, for real.
I'm probably running out with like Yeezy slides. Just
That's
because
trip hazard, man. It's risky.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, cool. Next question. In Kicks We Trust. Shout out In Kicks We Trust. What is your go-to front door sneaker? I think I'll kick this one off. My one is, and this is quite sad, lads, but I'm not even joking. My by the door sneaker is some Beluga 2.0s. 350.
Okay.
So you 350, Beluga 2, it's dead. But you know why they're my
I
by the door
respect it.
sneakers? Yeah? The reason why they're by the door is because they're my gym sneakers. And I go
Yeah.
for run, I beat them to the ground. They're on a treadmill, they're outdoors. I do all my floor work on that, all my and they're comfortable in it. So that is
That's
my
fair, man.
by the door sneaker.
That's fair.
Dick, let's go to you.
Yeah, definitely the Zoom Vomero 5 SE. But that I beat it into the ground. I need to get a new one. But people are charging silly numbers on StockX and it's sold out. So I don't know, but
They're cozy, aren't they?
they are so comfortable, man. Easily the comfiest shoe I've got, and I wish I had
Jeez.
got. They hit sales. I should have got one when they dropped to like 60, and now people are charging like 180, 200 for them.
Yeah.
So yeah, sad times, but those are unmatched comfort from Nike.
Nuts. Ash, what are you saying?
If you see my recent set of pictures, I've got what looks like heat by the door, but that's just for the photos, to be honest. It's not always there. But generally by the door is my bread ones, and like Mo, I have a Yeezy 350 as well. The black and white Oreos. That's probably
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
go-to one, just because it's easy to get on from going out quickly.
Yeah, I seen you in the bread ones so many times.
Bruh, how they not falling apart, I don't know.
Oh man,
I wore them so much. I actually look alright still.
Do you know what? The Flyknit, is it not Flyknit? Prime Knit, isn't it? Uppers. And yeah, I've got no holes in them or anything. I thought like my toe would be sticking out of it like 2, 3, 4 years later down the line. But yeah, they're still in good nick, man.
350s are rugged.
I'm surprised. The Jersey guys, shout out Jersey guys. Why are Jordan still relevant so many years after their release and his retirement? Ash, let's go to you.
It's a strange one because, like, as we were saying recently, that there's more people these days that are into basketball. But even then, Jordan doesn't play, and you don't. It's not like you hear about him every time there's an NBA game. So I wouldn't even say it's to do with that. It's just one of the things. He was such a great player, and everyone's like, dad has passed it on to their next son or whatever, and it's just continues. This is the legacy, isn't it? That's why he's the GOAT. Or I won't even say he's the GOAT. I won't tell you who my GOAT is. Piss people off.
Yeah, listen.
Don't let me go there.
Ash.
Let's not talk about it, please.
I just want to stop you there.
Let's not talk about it, please.
Yeah, let's move on from that topic. Let me take this question.
Go, D.
So I think what Ash said about legacy is true. I think that sums it up well. But I think it's like in stages, isn't it? Obviously, when he first burst onto the scene, he was the first guy to have the shoe like that, and he was a kid. And obviously just his game, the fact he was so elite, so incredible, like he transcended the sport to a point where he became popular culture, right? And I think
Look how he made the vets feel like they were
yeah,
gassed, like raw.
exactly right. This guy comes and he breaks the rules, and he's got this shoe, and no one's seen a shoe like that properly, like before in that way. And I think while that shoe's had ups and downs in popularity for sure, I think the fact that MJ accomplished what he did, and so many people associate him with that shoe, that it's just forever tied to his greatness. And
It's a
I
story
think
that can always be told, and you'll always be impressed by it. You know.
exactly, like no one's come close.
Exactly. No, literally, for me, it's all about the story. And I think there's so many attachments to this, the sneaker to the story. Like each and every achievement, exactly what you said, Dean. Each and every achievement that he's had, whether it be him going from college to pros,
Yeah.
or him winning championships, or him being in certain tournaments. There's always a story that associated to the sneaker. You're drawn to the story, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, I think you're. I think especially for the people that love basketball and have spent a long time into this shoe, it's 100% the story. I think if you want to take it to a more recent level, I just think it's solely because all the most influential people are wearing them. So this newer crowd who maybe not be
Hmm.
into basketball or even really care that much about MJ, which is obviously fair enough because it's a shoe now. I think the shoe is so big at this point that for a lot of people, the shoe is bigger than MJ. That's blasphemy to us, of course.
Yeah,
But
it's
to
true though.
a
I'll
lot of
take it.
people, they know the Jordan 1 and they just know Michael Jordan as a name. They don't really know anything about him, and that's totally fine. I mean, that's where we're at the moment. But I think that the shoe just for years was carried off MJ's legacy and off his, just the fact he was so brilliant. But I think obviously in recent times, it's the way social media has come in, and the most influential people are wearing them and
Just
collabing
look
with.
at how Kanye made it mad popular,
Yeah, yeah,
and then it
exactly,
passed on to the next generation of like the Travis sort of crowd. Now that crowd's come along, and it's just gonna
exactly.
keep going on again.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
true. It's gonna rotate. It's gonna recycle, and it's gonna come back.
It's
Like
not
in
always like the most hype thing. There's obviously been the times when Jordans were just sitting on the shelf.
Oh man,
We've
yeah.
seen when the Freeze True Blues were just on the shop in the
We
shop like
all
all day
we
long.
all
But
we all remember as well when threes, fours, sixes, 11s. Like people wanted those more than once.
oh,
Everyone
100.
Well, everyone remembers those days. Like no one cared about ones. They used to sit. So there have been down times, and I remember you look back at some of the prices you could get. Like I mean, it wasn't that long ago you could get like 85s for like under 150 quid. I mean,
innit?
1985. Shout out
That's
Mark.
not.
He's got a crazy story about his pair of 85s. Hopefully one day if we get him on, he can talk to us about it. But like that's the sort of thing where those sort of gems, those sort of stories that you used to get before, um, it's harder nowadays because everyone's so into stuff, in it. But the shoe is not going anywhere. I think it's just growing in popularity, man. I think
For sure.
I just wonder what one, if there, another pair is going to ever take over the one in recent times as being the hot one. I don't know.
Thinking like it could be 3 or 4.
I
I
think
just don't see it.
four.
A lot
I
of
think
people don't like threes, like new people.
Oh,
yeah.
I know.
I think the
I know.
4 is most popular
Four's
outside of
got more, yeah.
yeah.
The shape
But
itself is like more
But
wearable,
I
isn't
think
it?
the collabs help, like Off White 4,
exactly,
make more
exactly.
people be like, oh, what other 4s are there, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
100% Union. A lot of people, there haven't been a lot of collabs on Freeze. I mean, the Fragment was fire. That was a fire collab, but
Yeah, what else has there been?
not a
Major
lot.
ones?
Not a lot.
No.
Like so, I
There
think
will
once
there will
once
be a
once people
Travis.
start, oh, there will. Yeah, once that comes out, everyone's
Yeah,
gonna.
that's what help.
All of a sudden. Last question is from the Sneaker Takeover. If you had to get rid of all your sneakers but only keep 3 of your worst sneakers, what would they be,
Yo,
and why would you buy them?
uh,
Okay, okay, me and
tubular, the
me
Adidas.
and Tubular Shadows.
Oh, yeah.
It is. Guys, I'm sorry, bad language. Yeah, those are the worst. That's one of my worst sneakers I've ever got. I'm gonna say, what bad sneakers do I have? I'm not even gonna lie, yeah. Don't don't come at me for this, yeah. But back in the day, I saw a pair of Lecoq Sportifs in
They're fine. They can be okay.
on sale in size. I can't remember the model of it, but they were dope, man. But I will put them at the at the bottom of my list.
They're probably not trash. There's something you wouldn't wear now. That's all.
Yeah, I think so. And then I'm not even gonna lie. Because I snowboard quite a lot. Obviously, when we could, when it wasn't pandemic. But I've got a pair of like Salomon like, hiking boots.
Yeah.
So obviously, yeah, I think 3 worst ones. I'm taking those 3. Ash, let's go to you then.
Yeah, like Mo, the tubulars. I've got a pair of tubular dooms that are like black and white with some raggedy pattern on the toe box, and I just have no idea why I bought it. Zero idea. It's awful. It's like one of the worst shoes. I'll take a picture and show you guys. One of the worst shoes I've ever owned. And then there was these Reeboks. I think they're called Reebok ExoFit Highs. But
Oh,
the shoe itself isn't that trash. But my friend who was showing me this pair, he had like a pink pair. And for some reason, I thought they were dope. And then I just went and tried to find a pair. And I bought some gross, like purple pair. Tried to make it work. I think it was a fucking Amazon or something. Tried to make it work. But nah, not for me. And what else? What else trash have I got? There's a pair of. Actually, I don't mind them. Actually, I would wear them still. I think that might be my only trash ones. I know I've got another pair of tubulars that I wouldn't wear as well. But let's not go too far in on Adidas. I want to diss them too hard. I think that's my 2. I don't know if I've got a third one. Go on, Dean.
The Nike SB Medicom Dunk High, without a shadow of a doubt, was one of the worst shoes I own. That thing, I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why I bought it. I like the colors, but it's got like it's got like the ankle is like the same way the tubular does. I guess it's just gross. I've never got around to selling it. I genuinely don't know why, but yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad. That's a big L that I own that pair. Outside of that, I don't know. You know what? I've got to be honest. I think I sold most of the pairs I hated at this point.
I wish I had.
Yeah, I've sold
Well,
nearly everything I hate. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think that's the only pair right now that I don't actually like. I've been really ruthless and I let go of a lot of shoes. Like if I still had the thing, like what was that Defiant Nike Jordan 1 with the red?
oh man.
Oh man, I
I
remember.
think Mo, did you like them? I know you wore them. I haven't worn mine. I know you wore yours.
I mean, I wore them. Like
How's your toe box looking?
toe box is absolutely bent like an L shape.
I
I don't know.
remember. Shout out, Jeff.
He did it straight away.
He started doing some like breakdancing to try and get it all nice and creased in the way he wanted, and it just ended up looking like the Grand Canyon down the middle. It was like it looked messed up. It looked
Oh
messed
my
up.
god.
Yeah, because that shoe is just the leather is just that it's got no give.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah.
Cool. That's the end of HSU question time. Thanks a lot for everybody that got involved and sent through questions. Don't forget to send through questions over to our Instagram account at HalfSizeUpPod. Maybe we can choose your one for the next episode. Up next, guys, we have favorite shoe you wore this week. In this segment, we talk about our most favorite shoe that we've worn this week. And Ash, I think we'll get the ball rolling with you on this one.
This week, early in the week, as usual, as with every week, I only get to go out like once a week, it feels like. And this week I wore the Asics Foot Patrol. They've got another name to them, but I cannot think of it right now. It's like a olive green pair. I think I wore it at SneakerCon, if you remember. We went to that. Very fire pair. One of my guys sold it to me for a very good price, like a year and a half ago. It was a pair that I didn't think I was going to get because the prices were pretty high on them, but he got them for me for like not much over retail. So very gassed to have those, and that was my wear this week. What about you, Dean?
Yeah, definitely got to be the Union 4 Off Noir. I wore that for my birthday, even though I was going nowhere. I just thought I'd wear something that's fire to make the day a little bit more special. And
Tongues out or tongues in?
Well, tongue's out, but as I showed you guys on the call yesterday, like you can fold the tongue. So people who are scared to unstitch it, you can just fold it.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
looks exactly the same. So,
they're
um,
fire.
yeah, I love that shoe. I think that shoe's so overrated, man. Underrated, sorry. I think it's I just think it looks so good on foot, whether you have the tongue up or tongue down. I think whenever I see it on someone's foot, it looks great. I just love the details on it and the little white stitching on the black. The materials are great. Yeah, I love that pair. If I could
What do you
have,
think of the guavas?
I think they're nice. I think the color is a bit like a fingernail. Um,
What?
yeah,
A fingernail?
it's like a fingernail sort of pinky color, isn't it? It's weird.
That's
Shout out Adam. He's the one that said it. Now, after he said it to me, I've not been able to like unsee it. It's a fire pair though. I think if I had it, I would definitely rock it, but I wouldn't pay resale for it. It's quite expensive for what it is. I think.
fair enough, man. Fair
What about you?
enough. I actually will. I'm not even gonna lie. I went to Sainsbury's again. You know, I love my Sainsbury's
Oh,
run
Sainsbury's meal deal things.
for real. Once
Yeah,
once a week.
best
I only
sandwiches.
get to go out. I only get to go out once a week for the grocery shopping. And I wore the Syracuse low
Mm.
fire pair. Love my collegiate, the collegiate range of the Dunk lows. Yeah, super fire. Just made that be the focal point. Literally, just wore some chinos, some white crew socks, put the Syracuse on, just walked around and picked what I wanted to get to eat for the week, innit? Um, but yeah, nothing too special. But yeah, just the Syracuse dunks, I suppose.
I love that pair, man. Mine are pretty worn out, but you can't go wrong with
Toe,
them.
toe box goes mad, but
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, man. Mine really looks like the retro, like the old page. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. I've
Maybe
worn
they did it on purpose. Maybe it was a feature, that material.
yeah, I don't know. I've worn it like 5, 6 times. It looks like I've worn it 30, 40 times. It's crazy.
mad,
Yeah.
mad. Up next, on Half Size Up, we have Cop of the Week. In this segment, we discuss what sneakers we copped or wanted to cop this week. And I think this week I'm going to start off with myself. This week I copped. Well, actually, it was today. Um, it was actually today. It was the Nike Dunk Low, the black and white pair.
Yeah.
I don't know
Oh
what they
yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
magically appeared on my phone. Sitting in bed this morning, and I get some random notification on my phone that said, "We have reserved this for you." And I thought, "Come on, man, what's this? It's going to be something bait." Opened the phone. It was the actual Nike Dunk Lows in the black and white, and I was literally like, "What?" Let me try and cart my size straight away. Took like, I'm not even joking. It took a million years for it to cart, and it took me a million years for me to put my like card details in. Managed to check out at the end of it all. Super gassed for that. And today just got a little DM from the guys over at Offspring for the Harachi. So yeah,
Ah,
it's
okay.
been a bit busy, man. And as I said, man, the
Mo is
flipping
the pickup kid this year.
bro, the wallet is getting smashed. But I can't complain. Like it's retail, right? So
True that.
I'm just I'm just gonna go with it. But Ash, let's go over to you.
I can't remember. I feel like I did mention it, but I got the Valentine's Air Force Ones. If I said that last week, ignore that. Other than that, what else did I get? Oh yeah, the neutral greys. Did I mention that last week? I can't remember. But I got the neutral grey Jordan 1s. Just finished doing my YouTube review for that. So Ash Bash Sneakers, check that one out if you haven't seen it. And I also copped another pair of New Balance 992s. They're going to take a million years to get here, but they'll be coming soon. It's not the exact pair that I've been talking about that I want. Still hunting those, but it's another pair that was pretty dope. So you'll see that on the IG feeds soon. I think that's the only two that I've picked up this week. But the pack is, I think I'm on 5 cops already in this like mid-Feb, which is a very, very bad start. Very bad. But yeah, what about you, D?
This week, yeah. So I got the neutral greys as well. They should be coming
Perfect.
tomorrow. So looking forward to getting my hands on those eventually. Outside of that, I don't think I've copped anything else. I've only got three shoes so far. So I'm not going as crazy as you guys just yet. But
Wait, 3 shoes for the whole year?
yeah.
You're good, man.
Yeah, I think I've got what the Vast Greys, the Vast Grey highs. I've got the neutral grey now, and I've got the black dunks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so only three. I'm trying to be selective as I can be this year, and
No, I like that. That's how I need to be. To
Yeah,
be
for me,
fair,
to be fair, only the what do you call it? The Air Force Ones was a pair that I probably could have let go, but I did really like them. So, and they weren't too like crazy expensive. So,
yeah, I
other
think
than that, I've been selective on a lot of pairs.
yeah, I think it's as long as you like it, that's all that matters, right? And I think like
Yeah.
some pairs for me, I like them, but I've got so many fire pairs. I'm just like I don't need it, and I'm trying to be strict with myself now with that sort of thing. So we'll see how I hold up. There are a couple. I want these Curry dunks, and I want those Team Red, so they will be going up shortly. But
fire. Moving on, lads. We are continuing with our new segment known as Could It Come Back? Here we talk about a former shoe that's lost its fire and we discuss whether it could ever be a hit within the sneaker scene again. And this week it is this is old school, lads. The LA Gear.
Does Dean know about this? Was Dean around? Was he old enough to see that as a thing, Dean?
you know what? I've got to be honest with you guys. I don't think so. I don't remember like. I don't really remember seeing a lot of it when I was growing up.
There was like a Michael Jackson collaboration or something with
right.
these.
That's
What
right.
made
Yeah.
that's what made it cool back in the day was Michael Jackson.
I mean, how old were you guys when these were popping?
I was young as heck.
I'm gonna say like 6 or
Yeah,
7.
Then I
maybe
wasn't.
7.
I was
Yeah, so I was thinking Dean wouldn't know that at all.
That's
No.
before my time.
Maybe. Yeah.
I see them now though. They look alright. They're quite cool.
I don't know if you know, but a couple years ago, Tiger, the rapper, he
Yeah.
actually did a collab with them. I'm not even sure if he's from LA or whatever.
Yeah, he is.
But
I think he is,
yeah,
yeah.
He is.
yeah, so he actually had a collab with them, and it was actually
pair, right?
yeah, it was crazy,
I remember
crazy.
that when they had the
Um,
black midsole and the gold.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't know if it could ever come back. It would need to take somebody of like a more grand stature, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so you need a Travis Scott, or you know, I could see Joe Lorenzo having some fun with that shoe one day as well. To be honest, man.
That would be nuts. As a kid, for me, I actually had one pair of LA Gear. It was like mainly a white sneaker. It was a high white sneaker. I don't know if this was a thing with LA Gear, but it had double laces.
Yeah, it
So-
was. Yeah.
Double laces. So maybe Sakai took that. took that idea from me, didn't it? But yeah, it was a leather sneaker, high, massive puffy tongue, double lace, and it had on the side. Obviously, LA Gear had their own sort of swoosh, but on the side they had these kind of, I'm gonna say, shark fins.
I was gonna say it's like fins, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, shark fins on the side, like it was on the medial and then on the lateral.
I think I had the same pair.
But they were fire, man. I'd come into school and I'd be like all the school kids would be like, "Rah, well, you got LA Gear, yeah?" And obviously, Michael Jackson, he endorsed it quite heavily, didn't he? I don't know, man. It was just, I think personally, like for its current time, I think it can stay in the 80s, 90s.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't really see. Yeah, it looks like it's not like a bad shoe. It's just like, is there a space for it right now? I don't think so.
Okay, lads, up next we have Sneaker Peeve of the Week. In this part of the podcast, we have a light-hearted rant about our biggest sneaker peeves. So basically, we get to go in on something that we've seen on social media. This week's Sneaker Peeve of the Week comes from myself, Merkel Moman, and my subject for today, lads. And I keep seeing this, and it's annoying me. I wanted to get it out there, but the renting and loaning of sneakers in sneaker culture today. Guys, I don't know if you've seen it. I don't know if you're in like any like groups, Facebook groups, Instagram groups or whatnot, but I saw this from one person in a group. He's like my pic, comment on my pic, drop some emojis on there, like light it up. He's actually put in his caption, "Thank you to at da 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 for allowing me to rent these shoes." And he had some,
Boy.
he had some SBs on basically. What's the bear SBs?
Oh yeah,
The
Bear
green
Brick.
ones, yeah. No, it's not Bear Brick, is it?
The black one, the Medicom. Which one?
No, the green pair and there's a yellow pair.
Well, the Grateful Dead.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that bit.
I got so angry, like I was angry inside. Like I was like, how dare you like rent shoes? Like who is offering this service? Like I genuinely thought in myself, in my body, I was like, this is what's going to kill the sneaker culture. This is what is going to kill the scene. This is what is going to kill communities like the sneaker community. People who are like loaning out sneakers. Because basically, if you just come back to the bare minimum of it, it's for that person who's loaning it. Sorry, the loanee.
Yeah.
They basically just want likes, comments.
Yeah.
They want
It was just like renting drip from Selfridges, same-ish.
Yeah, I mean, I know people do that, like, but I don't know if that's a business or what, but I don't know. What's your take on renting and loaning of sneakers? Like, is this something that's like?
I don't know, man. I think it's like I wouldn't. Obviously, they're probably getting cleaned and stuff, but like just the fact alone, like wearing a shoe that
it's like bowling shoes.
Next man have been like wearing. To be honest with you, like I think why it's hard for us people like us to get our head around, is that we love shoes, right? So anyone that loves shoes, like why would I do that? I would just want to own the shoe, right? But I think
100.
But I think people who just see shoes as like either like a vehicle for clout on Instagram or just like want to stunt on a night out, or like go out with their friends and take a picture with their friends and just, stunt a little bit. I think that's where the service sort of like appeals to those sort of people in it. But I think for anyone that loves shoes or is passionate about kicks, obviously they can't. It's hard to get your head around a sort of service like this. It's never something I would ever endorse or touch myself. I'm with you, Mo. I don't really agree with it, but I think sneakers are at a point where like they don't need to be high fashion sneakers to be part of the high fashion kind of drip now. I think you see all these people wearing high fashion and then some Nike kicks. So that crowd that buys that high fashion or rents that high fashion, now they probably want to rent the kicks as well. So I think it probably appeals to a specific audience. But yeah, I don't like to see it either, man. It's hard to wrap your head around that sort of like.
I don't know. I just feel like that will kill the sneaker culture. Because ultimately the people who are sourcing these sneakers to loan them out are the people that's taking them away from real collectors, right? Or am I like exaggerating that?
No, I mean they must like, yeah. I mean it's they've got it instead of a person who might want it or another reseller or whatever. I don't know. It's weird. It's hard for me to get my head around it, but that's because I know I'm not the target audience. This is for people that want to drip on Insta on like a with their high fashion or on like a temporary thing, isn't it? It's hard to like. Yeah. Well, Ash, what do you think, man?
The only way I could see it being something that's kind of, I get it, would be like, how social media is these days where everyone has to sort of prove they're into this or that. For a young person who can't afford it and say all their friends have got Yeezys and whatnot, if there was a way for them just to rent it for a picture, it'd probably be worth their while. But that's literally like the only thing I can think of where it makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I know like for like music artists, actors, they have stylists, right? And they have to go on set. They have to portray a certain image. So their stylists get, loaned garments, loaned sneakers, from brands. I get that. I totally get that. But when it's just to get a few likes or get a few comments and stuff like that, like why does that exist? I don't know if it's just me sort of showing my age, but that's not what the sneaker culture is about. It's not about, the clout. It's not about getting, but Ash, I see your point 100%. it's probably more affordable to rent it. It's probably like, I don't know, what, $10, $15 or pounds or whatever it is. And I get it if you kind of want to stunt in front of your friends or whatever, but I mean, are they really your friends if,
That's the thing. They're not. That's most of the point of that stuff, though, isn't it? Kids are just shouldn't have to have cool stuff to have friends. You know what I'm saying? Friends should just like you for you. But
I think it's just sad that, like, obviously, because we live in this social media age, right? That kids are so exposed to what other kids have, and what like there's never been more impetus on what you don't have, right? Because we didn't have social media growing up, so I think
no,
that's part of it, probably. I think, like I said, that will fuel some of the people who go out and decide to rent these shoes or outfits or whatever.
the pressure on these kids today is mad. Imagine you're a kid. You're
Yeah, man.
16. You don't have a PS5. You don't have any cool Jordans. You're just like outside, and everyone else has got it. That's peak.
I
Yeah,
get it.
yeah.
I mean, I can see it from that point of view, but I mean, really, like,
No, I know. It feels like I get you, Mo. It's like, have we really reached this point in sneakers,
exactly.
right? Like,
Yeah,
It really
but
depends on the kind of person that's doing it.
that's
Someone
the
that's got money but is just doing it just for clout for a picture is just a weirdo. That's
yeah,
like someone asking me, "Oh, Ash, can I borrow your Nutri-Grades for a picture to post on my IG
yeah.
as mine?" I was like, well, "What are you talking about?
totally.
Got any
Um,
outtakes for me?"
moving on, this is the part of the podcast we like to call Take My Dough or Leave It, Bro. This is a quick fire round. One of us names a bunch of sneakers. The HSU team will have to say whether it's Take My Dough or Leave It, Bro. Simple game. This week again, it's my turn to get this kicking off. So, ready, Mo, let's go. I'm actually saying my name, Mo, like in third person. What the hell is that about? The first sneaker is Nike Cross Sakai Vapor Waffle in the Sail colorway. Dean, let's go to you.
The colorway, I really like the colorway. I think everyone's gonna like the colorway. Sale, um, you know, it's gonna go with everything. But uh, is it nylon? It's nylon, right?
It looks like it.
I think so, yeah. They've
If
gone
it's
back to the nylon thing.
if it's nylon, I don't know if I'm gonna be bothered with it, man. Because the last two nylon pairs, I know some people like them. Some people did like them, but when you compare them to the mesh and stuff like that, they just don't compare. They're so cheap in comparison. They feel a lot cheaper in your hand. They look even cheaper on your feet as well, I think. But we'll see. You never know. This one might look better, right? What do you guys think, honestly? Because I don't know.
With the nylons, I don't know about what you've seen, but people that are not big into sneakers that getting into it recently, they were easier to get because the price was obviously cheaper than the other ones.
Yeah,
And I've
yeah,
seen a lot of people wearing the white nylons and like super gassed about it. So this is going to be another pair. If the price is going to be similar and it goes down, it's going to be a pair that I think a lot of people are going to wear. Actually seen a picture of the same sort of colorway, but it's the same style as the current Vapor Waffles. I'd love it if it's like that rather than nylon, but chances are they're probably going to do a nylon because that seems to be the way they
Yeah.
go with things these days, isn't it?
Do you know what? Like, do you reckon you're going to see people die in these again?
Oh,
Like,
please don't, man. Just stop it. Why do you even bring that up?
probably one, one of those. Cool. The second sneaker, lads, is the Air Jordan 1 University Blue. Ash, let's go to you.
Just looking at it, obviously colorway wise, it works. But my thing that since I've seen the pictures that I don't like is the sole. It seems like the sole is a different color
Oh,
to the blue on the upper,
oh yeah.
and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
kind of bothers me. I don't think it would put me off buying it, but I don't like that aspect of it. Other than that, it's just like a what's that other shoe? What's the shoe that's that same colorway, Dean? Just the blue one. It's a different kind of blue.
Blue Chill, not
No,
Blue Chill.
I can't think of the bloody name. I've got a picture of them.
I'm not sure.
Is it Game Royals? Game Royals?
I've lost count.
Mm.
Yeah, there's too many Jordans. I think it's the Game Royals, which is pretty much the same color blocking, just a different shade of blue.
No, you're right. It is. It is.
Game
Yeah,
Royals, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so that works. It's just a different shade, but that sole bit's a bit funky. It looks like it's from a UNC sole, but the top doesn't look like the same sort of UNC blue. It's a slightly different blue. I don't know.
Is that a take my door or leave it, bro?
Taking my dough still. Jordan 1 in it. I'm a sucker.
Sweet.
I think
D?
for me, I'm with Ash. The soul is really jarring. The different shade of blue, but and it's got the black tongue, hasn't it? So
White tongue, this one.
oh,
Yeah,
white
yeah.
The
tongue.
Game
Okay,
Royals had the black tongue, but these are
yeah.
white tongue.
Okay, white tongue kind of makes it a lot better. I think I need to see these in person. I think I'll go for them just in case because that shade of blue is really nice, but
Yeah, it is.
that the outsole is a bit
It's a really
strange.
weird choice, isn't it?
It
Mm,
is. It is. It
yeah, I
is.
don't know how that got past. But
It's Nike.
uh,
Anything can get past.
yeah, now for me, this is a leave it, bro, man.
Dynamo
Yeah.
in blue.
As you know, like I
No,
don't
I'm
really wear
blue.
I don't wear blue sneakers, so, and don't ask me why I don't wear blue sneakers. Just the bloods might they might not like it. They might not like it. Number 3, lads, Superstar Minimal Pack. The Adidas Superstar Minimal Pack, which is basically a Superstar sale upper, sale midsole, and literally the only thing that's different are the 3 stripes and the heel tab is basically a different color. So blue, red, yellow, green, and other than that, yeah, it's a minimal. Dean, let's go to you.
It's not. It's like it's an inoffensive shoe in it. It's like there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't buy it. It's an easy leave it for me. Just don't need this sort of shoe. But I think people will probably. I think some people will like them. Yeah, I don't know. What about you, Ash?
Leave it 100%. When it comes to like superstars and Stan Smiths, they do 0 for me.
Yeah, it's just
No
boring.
offense to the people that love that stuff, but I just don't like it at all. But it's not a terrible shoe. I can see this doing really well. Nice little vintage vibes, but
Yeah,
definitely not for me.
Yep. I'm probably the same, lads. I'm gonna leave it, bro, on these. Probably if I were to cop a pair, it'd just be a real generic like black stripes or navy blue stripe, very dark navy blue stripes. But yeah, for me, leave it, bro. On to the next, number 4 is the New Balance 991 20th anniversary Impossible 2 grey tonal colorways. It's going to have, well, basically like a grey stone type colorway throughout the 991. It's got the 2001 logo at the back on the heel. The actual tag itself has got like a 20th anniversary on the inside tongue tab. Ash, what are you thinking about this?
It's a leave it, bro, for me. I've been bigger into New Balance lately, but the 991 hasn't tickled my pickle yet so far. So it's a leave it, bro. It's not a bad colorway, but it doesn't super excite me.
Fair. D?
you know what? I think I really like the colorway. I think the colorway is really nice. The mixing of like the panels of the tones is really good. I like that little hint of is it green? It's like a green
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of
sort
them is
of
like a
hint.
turquoise tea. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's really nice. But I'm with Ash on this silhouette, man. It doesn't quite do it for me on foot, and I see it on foot, and well, on my feet. It looks good on other people. When I'm wearing it, I don't know. I don't feel like I like it too much. So it's hard to say because I really do like the colorway on the turquoise sort of greeny pair. But I'd probably say leave it. Probably leave it. Just about.
Fair, very fair. For me, I think I'm gonna say if I've got a voucher code, then man's gonna cop that.
You're definitely getting it, man. You're definitely
man's,
getting it.
man's gonna cop that if there's a voucher code. And like, let's see, let's see. When it comes out, I need to see more pics. I'm the type of guy that needs to see more pics. See what the other grey colorway looks like as well. It could be darker, it could be lighter. So who knows? On to the next sneaker. The last one is the Air Jordan 3 Cool Grey. I'll kick this one off, lads. For me, and I've been buying way too much this month. February has absolutely smashed the wallet. But if I'm gonna go out of February, broke as,
With a bang.
I might as well go out with these baddies because For me, these are fire. Like literally, I've got the stealths, Air Jordan
Yeah,
3
I got
stealth,
it as well.
which is kind of like it's a darker tone to it, right?
Yeah. Was
Um,
that a Stratford Nike store pickup?
it was, yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
same.
I think it was 2011
Yeah.
before
No,
the
it's later than
Olympics.
that.
Could maybe
No, it might have
could
been. It might have been. Might have been. Might have been. Yeah. 11 or
I'll go.
12.
Might have a vlog. I might have a vlog somewhere
Yeah.
when picking them up. Um, but yeah, this for me is a very very dope pair, and I can see a lot of people trying to purchase these because they're very neutral to wear, like easy to wear jeans, joggers, whatever. Summer colorway as well, easy to wear in winter as well. It's just fire shoe, man. Dean, let's go to you.
You know, yeah, I agree with you, man. I think the colorway is really nice. It's really really nice. I think you know me. I'm not a massive three guy, but that's just because I've got too many shoes. I would definitely like if I didn't own if I didn't own many Jordans, I think this is a great shoe to buy because it is really simple colorway, but it just works, and I can see it already like banging on foot. I think it's going to be a really like popular sleeper shoe. I think it'll sell out like everything, but I think a lot of people are going to see it after it's sold out and want it because it looks really nice, especially with the white laces.
Is that take my door, leave it, bro?
That's it. Just to leave it, just because I'm trying to be strict, man. I'm gonna say that's a leave
Hear
it.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
Ash.
For me, it's going to be a take my dough. I slept on loads of threes last year that I regret. Every time I see Dan Batch's page or even Joel, they posting some dope threes. I'm like, why did I sleep on those? Luckily, I got the fragment threes like last minute right at the end. I passed on those as well.
Which
So,
ones do you regret? Which ones?
the thingy ones, the what are they called? The denim ones. I really
Oh
like
yeah.
them.
Oh
See,
yeah.
the red and the blue pair, I really like, but wearing an all red shoe in 2020, 2021 just doesn't feel right, but I really like it. It feels like such an old school, like when Kanye was banging kind of thing that would work. But I did like those pairs. But these, I think it was 2007 when they last came out. So it's been a while. So people are going to be interested in them. And I'm definitely interested. I did watch a review. I don't know if I sent it to you guys where Wear Testers was reviewing these. And one of his pairs, the left shoe was flat and the other shoe was tumbled. So I'm getting a bit worried that it's going to be like this for everything. But then again, he had the fire red fours, and his pairs were messed up. But I think everyone that got them, I think you guys got them as well, didn't you? They were
Yeah.
okay. So could
Yeah,
just be
it was hit or miss. I
unlucky.
think some people got unlucky and others got a little bit better luck with it. But yeah, it's just standard Nike, man.
Yeah, but definitely going to be trying for these.
I don't know if they do it on purpose for a bit of.
Well, he was saying that he feels like the left shoe's made in one factory and the right's made in another because literally different
No
material.
way.
It can't be the same machine.
You see it though. You see it from time to time where like the left pair is totally different to the right pair. I think I've seen. Do you know the Travis Scott Jordan 4? I remember
Yeah,
when that dropped. Some people's pairs like one was a lighter shade of blue than the other one. It was like more faded, and
nightmare.
it's really jarring when you look at it. Like it looks well off. So I'm not surprised to be honest, man.
Cool. Was that I take my dough or leave it, bro? Then
That's for me. Take my dough for sure.
sweet, sweet. Okay, cool. Right. So, lads, that takes us to the end of the podcast. We're about ready to close out this episode of Half Sides Up, episode 4. As always, boys, it's been dope chopping it up with you. Next week, we actually have a feature on, so stand by to find out who that is. In the meantime, do we have any shout outs or honorable mentions? Dean, let's go to you.
Just to you guys and everyone else who sent me any birthday love. It's all appreciated. It's always nice to especially when you're like stuck inside and you can't see anyone, So it's good to speak to some people probably haven't spoken to in a little while as well. So yeah, shout out everyone that was kind enough to reach out. Obviously, shout out you guys for turning up on the Zoom to do a little quiz and that. That was a nice surprise. So yeah, shout out to everyone that participated there.
Sweet. Ash.
Shout out to all the people that have checked out the show, people that asked the questions. As usual, shout out to the wifey yet again. She's upstairs with my boy. I could hear him crying. I have to run up there after. So yeah, shout out to those two.
Yeah, from me, shout out to just shout out to the CGS boys, the Canada Got Soul
That was
boys.
dope.
Yeah, so it was really good to get me on there. They gave me quite a lot of pointers, which is great. And yeah, I just feel like, I don't know, with their help, with their assistance, we should be able to just go from strength to strength. So shout out to CGS. Also, yeah, shout out to our global audience that's been tuning in, week out. Big shout out to you guys. And also, we are glad to announce that we are now sponsored by the Pink Miracle Sneaker Cleaner, the original shoe cleaner from 1985. Use our code HalfSizeUp15 for 15% off your purchase online. Don't forget, we are a weekly podcast, and you can follow us on Instagram at HalfSizeUpPod. Subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and many more, plus YouTube. Want to say a massive thanks from the entire HSU team. I've been Merkel Moman with my co-host Dean Still.
Good night, guys.
Ash Bash.
Catch you later, people.
See you next week. We are outie. Yeah, that was good, boys.